Welcome back to Globe Go. Today, let's explore Uzbekistan, the most populous country in Central Asia. Famous for its pilaf, a dish made with hundreds of pounds of ingredients, and a culture where over 90% of the population is Muslim, it is a place with beautiful and friendly women. Uzbekistan, a standout destination in Central Asia. Covering a vast land area of 447,000 square kilometers. However, its diverse landscape of deserts and mountains means not all of it is suitable for living. Despite these geographical challenges, about 35 million people call this expansive land their home, making it the most populous country in Central Asia. If you're considering a visit or a move, Tashkent, the capital city, should likely be your first stop. It's not only the largest city in Uzbekistan, but also steeped in history. During the times of the Soviet Union, it was a bustling trading hub, only second in population to Moscow and St. Petersburg, and today it houses around 3 million residents. Interestingly, Uzbekistan is landlocked, with no access to the sea. The country is interspersed with numerous lakes and rivers, which are vital for irrigation, drinking water, and other uses. Among these, the most notable is the Aral Sea, which was once one of the world's largest lakes. The Aral Sea has dramatically shrunk in size since the 1960s due to the diversion of rivers for irrigation purposes. Uzbekistan isn't just rich in culture, it's also rich in gold, ranking as the fourth largest gold producer in the world. The country contributes 3% to global gold production. Alongside gold, Uzbekistan is also a treasure trove of other valuable resources like uranium. Agriculture is another critical sector here, particularly cotton farming. Uzbekistan is the fifth largest cotton producer globally, producing about 1 million tons of cotton fiber each year, which makes up nearly 6% of the world's cotton supply. Plus, the country is blessed with natural resources like natural gas, oil, and coal. Before we continue, I have a question I'd like to ask you. Where are you from? Have you ever been to Uzbekistan? What are your impressions of this country? Please comment below and chat with me. Uzbekistan's story is as compelling as it is ancient. Once a crucial hub on the Silk Road, it served as a bustling intersection of commerce between China and Europe. This pivotal role in trade not only enriched the land, but also made it a melting pot of cultural exchanges. Historical figures like Alexander the Great and Genghis Khan were drawn to its wealth, leaving their mark on the land. The Mongol invasion led by Genghis Khan left a significant impact, but it was Emir Timur, or Tamerlane, who truly shaped the nation's cultural landscape. Emir Timur's love for the arts and culture transformed Samarkand into a center of enlightenment during his reign. He invited scholars and philosophers from around the world, significantly boosting the intellectual and cultural life of the region. This period also saw the construction of the first madrasas in Central Asia, such as the Rajasthan Madrasas in Samarkand, now recognized by UNESCO for their historical significance. The Islamic heritage flourishes in Uzbekistan, preserved in its full glory even today. For those enchanted by historical architecture, the city of Khiva is a must-visit. Established in the 6th century and preserved through the ages, Khiva stands apart with its absence of modern structures, allowing visitors to step back in time. Local artisans contribute to the city's charm, crafting goods that reflect its historical significance. Gaining independence in 1991 after the dissolution of the Soviet Union, Uzbekistan has proudly embraced its cultural identity. Today, Uzbekistan is home to 35 million people and celebrates over 32 years of independence. Despite the significant changes during the Soviet era, where religious expressions were often suppressed, Uzbekistan managed to preserve its Islamic heritage and historical sites. Post-independence, there has been a resurgence of interest in celebrating and revitalizing this heritage, reflecting a national pride in their Islamic and historical roots. Cities like Bukhara and Samarkand grew into major centers of Islamic learning and culture, earning reputations as the pearls of the Muslim world. These cities housed some of the oldest Islamic universities in the world, such as the Mir-i Arab Madrasa in Bukhara, and they played a crucial role in the Islamic Golden Age, producing notable scholars, including the polymath Avicenna. As we explore the culture of Uzbekistan, you might wonder what makes Uzbek cuisine stand out in Central Asia. We'll soon uncover the unique dishes that make Uzbek food a tantalizing experience. including a surprising ingredient not commonly found in the global culinary scene. In Uzbekistan, the culinary scene is dominated by hearty meat dishes paired with rice, a staple that reflects the nation's love for robust flavors. What's more, from dawn till dusk, the Uzbeks are avid tea drinkers. Unlike the typical black tea you might be used to, they often opt for green tea, frequently enhancing it with a twist of lemon or other flavors to elevate the experience. One of the rural area's culinary highlights is Uzbek pilaf, a rich and aromatic dish far from ordinary. It typically includes lamb, peas, dried grapes, and garlic, offering a taste that's both unique and deeply satisfying. For those adventurous in taste, horse meat and kumis, a fermented dairy product made from mare's milk, are widely consumed, particularly in rural areas. These traditional foods offer a glimpse into the nomadic heritage of the region. Uzbekistan boasts some of the largest bazaars in Central Asia, where the hustle and bustle of daily shopping bring these markets to life. If you were to look down from above, the covered market in Tashkent, with its dome-like structure, resembles a tortoiseshell, an iconic sight in this bustling city. In these vibrant bazaars, you're likely to encounter friendly vendors eager to offer you a sample of their goods, especially if you show interest in a particular item like Samarkand halva, or the uniquely Uzbek sour cheese known as kurt. It's a place where interaction encourages commerce, and trust me, it's hard to resist the charm of their sales tactics. The art of bread making in Uzbekistan is a tradition that elevates the simple act of baking to a form of cultural expression. In cities like Tashkent and Samarkand, bakers are so dedicated to their craft that they literally climb into giant traditional clay ovens, or tandoors, to ensure each loaf of bread is perfectly baked. This commitment to quality is unparalleled, making Uzbek bread not just food, but a testament to the Uzbek spirit. The making and tasting of Uzbek bread are equally fascinating experiences. With its rich ingredients, Uzbek bread is more than just a staple. It's a nourishing, hearty food that has historically sustained soldiers for weeks during battles, according to local bakers. On average, a bakery might produce about 8,000 loaves daily, each one packed with flavor and history. But Uzbekistan's culinary allure doesn't stop at bread. It is one of the most carnivorous nations in Central Asia, renowned for its rich and inviting street food. The decades of Soviet rule might have stifled the preservation of these culinary traditions, but today Uzbek cuisine has reclaimed its vibrancy and continues to be a central part of life here. This vibrant nation is proud to claim the title of the unrivaled center of pilaf in the world, the massive cauldrons used to prepare this national dish. Local restaurants that start their pilaf preparations at 8 in the morning. These aren't your average cooking pots, but colossal cauldrons that can hold several hundred pounds of ingredients. A typical batch might start with 220 pounds of meat simmering in roughly 10.5 gallons of sunflower oil. It's a feast for the senses. The cooking process is meticulous and thorough because Uzbeks prefer their meat well done. Once the meat loses its redness and is perfectly cooked in the oil, carrots and chickpeas are added, mingling with the meat's succulence. Finally, rice, the star of the dish, is introduced, transforming all the ingredients into the beloved Uzbek pilaf. This dish isn't just thrown together, it's crafted with patience and skill, often covered with trays and left to simmer to perfection. Once the pilaf is ready, it's not merely served. The chefs, with a moment of reverence, blend the ingredients one last time before presenting this masterpiece to their guests. The distinctively golden hue of the rice comes from the carrots, adding not just flavor, but a visual warmth to the dish. When you think of Uzbek cuisine, think of 3 key elements: abundant bread, plentiful rice, and loads of meat. These staples are central to Uzbek culinary culture, which is deeply meat-centric. If you're planning to visit or even live here, you'll find that meat, including beef, lamb, and even horse meat, is integral to many traditional dishes. However, it's worth noting that this meat-rich diet has been linked to an increased risk of heart and vascular diseases among the older population. Some locals argue that it's not the meat itself, but the oils used in cooking that contribute to these health issues. In rural Uzbekistan, another culinary delight is the samsa, a pastry that resembles a seashell and is typically filled with chicken or other meats, baked to perfection in traditional closed ovens rather than on modern gas stoves. This traditional method of cooking is credited with enhancing the flavors of Uzbek cuisine, making each bite a delicious nod to culinary heritage. Beyond the food, Uzbekistan's vibrant daily life captivates many. Tashkent, for instance, is not only the most populous city in Central Asia, but also a bustling hub of 3 million people, where the old meets the new in a dynamic blend of culture, history, and modernity. Upon visiting an Uzbek home, especially in urban settings like apartments, remember to remove your shoes at the entrance, a sign of respect and cleanliness. And if you find yourself in the capital, Tashkent, knowing Russian will serve you well. Russian is widely spoken here, facilitating deeper connections with locals and easing your way into the social fabric of the city. For photography enthusiasts and architecture buffs, the relentless heat will be a small price to pay to explore Uzbekistan's rich historical sites, remnants of its days as a Silk Road hub. Cities like Bukhara, Tashkent, and Samarkand don't quiet down as the sun sets. They buzz with nightlife offering delectable meals and entertainment. Imagine dining outdoors and suddenly finding yourself amidst a live performance by Uzbek dancers, their movements as fluid as swans, adorned in dazzling traditional costumes. Unlike many of its neighbors, Uzbekistan has no strict alcohol restrictions. Whether you prefer a quiet evening sipping vodka or whiskey or a lively night out at a bustling nightclub, the choice is yours. The nightlife, particularly during the weekends, is vibrant and full of energy. Beyond the cities, much of Uzbekistan's territory is characterized by rugged mountains and arid lands, with a significant portion of the population living in rural areas. Here, traditions are cherished, and daily life often involves horseback riding and other equestrian sports. The rural diet frequently features meat, not just as a dish on its own, but also integrated into bread and other staples. Additionally, Uzbekistan's renowned tradition of carpet making continues to thrive. These handcrafted carpets, known for their intricate designs and craftsmanship, are sold at very reasonable prices, especially to foreign tourists. This thriving trade exemplifies how local traditions and modern tourism can blend beautifully. In Uzbekistan, every experience, from dining and dancing to shopping and sightseeing, offers a glimpse into a culture that's both ancient and wonderfully alive. How has Uzbekistan managed to maintain robust economic growth amidst global fluctuations? We will uncover the secrets to its economic resilience and strategies in just a moment. Tashkent, the capital of Uzbekistan, a city with a history as resilient as its people. Back in 1966, Tashkent was struck by a devastating earthquake, measuring 8 on the Richter scale. This catastrophic event left over 300,000 people homeless, destroying more than 36,000 buildings. In the aftermath of this tragedy, Tashkent underwent a massive rebuilding effort with considerable support from the Soviet Union. This included the construction of a metro system, a rarity in the region at the time, signaling the city's transformation into a modern, urban area. Today, Tashkent is characterized by mostly 4- or 5-story buildings, a deliberate choice to avoid the high-rises that suffered so much damage during the earthquake. These buildings typically house small apartments, generally consisting of a living room and one bedroom, each spanning about 750 square feet. The city's dynamics took another turn recently after Russia's mobilization against Ukraine, which led to hundreds of thousands of Russians seeking refuge in Uzbekistan. This influx has dramatically driven up rental prices in Tashkent, with landlords now charging at least $500 per month for what are considered modest accommodations. As you venture from the bustling markets to the streets of Tashkent, another unique aspect of the city becomes apparent. Almost every vehicle is a Chevrolet. This phenomenon isn't just by chance, but the result of a strategic collaboration between Uzbekistan and Chevrolet to produce affordable vehicles. As a result, Chevrolets dominate the roads, reflecting a successful partnership that has made vehicle ownership more accessible to the Uzbek people. Uzbekistan has been experiencing robust economic growth. The GDP growth rate has been one of the highest in Central Asia, reached 6% by 2023, with the country maintaining a steady pace even amidst global economic fluctuations. If you've ever visited Russia, you might find the broad, expansive streets and architectural styles in Tashkent reminiscent of Russian cities. Despite Uzbekistan's vast area of about 173,000 square miles, its relatively sparse population means there's plenty of space between buildings, giving its cities an open, airy feel. The architectural landscape here still features Soviet-era playgrounds and buildings, a common sight across former Soviet states, preserving a piece of history that continues to surprise many visitors with its consistency and familiarity. Today, Uzbekistan is increasingly opening up to the world, welcoming a significant number of immigrants from Russia. This influence is visible everywhere, from bilingual signs in Uzbek and Russian to the Russian literature available in bookstores throughout the cities. As you stroll through the streets of Tashkent, you'll encounter numerous street vendors and see the growth of Western chain stores, marking Uzbekistan's transition from a once closed-off nation to a more globally integrated one. However, it's disheartening to see children begging on the streets, a harsh reminder of the socio-economic challenges that still exist. Transportation in Tashkent is heavily reliant on its metro system, which holds the distinction of being Central Asia's first, opened in 1977. The metro stations here are renowned for their stunning Soviet-era designs, making them a highlight for anyone interested in Soviet architecture. For longer distances within the country, trains are the preferred mode of travel, staffed by impeccably uniformed personnel. Economically, while the minimum wage in Uzbekistan is around $320, ordinary workers might earn about $500. This economic reality drives a significant number of the younger population to seek better opportunities in European and American countries. Despite these challenges, Uzbekistan's rich tapestry of culture and cuisine offers a compelling experience that can satisfy the most curious of travelers. Yet, it's clear that while Uzbekistan is a fantastic place to visit, it might not yet offer the economic opportunities necessary for a long-term stay for those seeking higher wages. Before we dive deeper into the captivating beauty of the women here, if you could help me, it only takes 10 seconds to hit that subscribe button. It really helps our channel grow and means a lot to us. In return, my team and I are committed to continuously improving the show for you. Do we have a deal? Uzbekistan, in the heart of Central Asia, is bordered by Afghanistan and Turkmenistan to the south, Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan to the east, and Kazakhstan to the north and west. If you're planning a trip to this intriguing country, Uzbekistan offers visa-free entry to citizens of many countries. For those not covered by this policy, the e-visa system simplifies the entry process significantly. Available to citizens from over 100 countries, the e-visa allows a stay of up to 30 days on a single entry basis. However, if you're considering a longer stay or planning to work, securing a residence and work permit is necessary. Uzbekistan is a vibrant cultural tapestry where Uzbek and Russian are the primary languages. With over 90% of the population practicing Islam, the country maintains a strong Islamic identity, yet enjoys a modern lifestyle, similar in cultural orientation to neighbors like Kazakhstan and Russia rather than Arab states. Life here can be incredibly rewarding, especially if you earn in American dollars. Exchanging just $100 will get you a considerable amount of Uzbek sums, potentially making you feel quite wealthy in local terms. This economic advantage means that your dollar goes much further here, opening doors to a lifestyle that might be out of reach elsewhere. A one-bedroom apartment in the city center of Tashkent, the capital, might cost between $250 to $400 per month. Similar accommodations outside the city center are cheaper, ranging from $150 to $300 per month. Monthly utilities typically run around $40 to $70, depending on usage and the size of the apartment. A meal at an inexpensive restaurant can cost anywhere from $3 to $5, while a three-course meal for two at a mid-range restaurant might cost $20 to $30. Public transportation is very cheap, with a one-way ticket on local transport like buses or metro costing about 20 cents. Monthly passes, where available, typically cost around $10 to $15. Basic healthcare services are reasonably priced, but quality and availability can vary. Expatriates often prefer private healthcare, which is more expensive but still more affordable than Western standards. However, it's important to be cautious as well. Some may try to take advantage of tourists, a common issue worldwide. You might encounter inflated taxi fares or be misled by people posing as officials at museum entrances in cities like Bukhara and Samarkand, demanding entrance fees where none exist, or find exaggerated prices in souvenir shops. These tricks can be disheartening, but staying vigilant can help you avoid such scams. For a truly enriching experience, consider hiring a local guide. Exploring the country with someone who knows the ins and outs not only enriches your understanding, but also protects you from potential exploitation. This way, you can fully immerse yourself in the beautiful and complex tapestry that is Uzbek life without any worries. Uzbek people are renowned for their hospitality and friendliness. As you wander through these vibrant markets, you'll be greeted with genuine smiles and see the spark of kindness in the eyes of the locals. They are happy because people from all around the world come to see their country. Especially if you visit rural areas, local families will definitely want to host you, feed you, and make you feel at home. Uzbek women are known for their hospitality, a quality that is highly valued in Uzbek culture. Guests in a Uzbek home are often impressed by the warmth and graciousness of their hosts. Social life often revolves around community gatherings and family events, where women play essential roles in preparing traditional meals and organizing festivities. Family is a central pillar in Uzbek society, and women frequently embody the role of caregivers and the heart of the family. They are respected for their ability to manage both household responsibilities and their professional lives. The strong family orientation also means that Uzbek women are deeply involved in the upbringing and education of their children. In recent years, there has been a significant push towards the education and empowerment of women in Uzbekistan. More women are attending universities and entering various professional fields, contributing to the socio-economic development of the country. This shift is supported by governmental and non-governmental initiatives aimed at increasing gender equality and empowering women. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Globe Go. Your support means a lot to us. Click on the video appearing on your screen right now. I'm sure you'll like the content. Comment below about the next country you would like to see featured on our channel. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.